Back to the Common Sense Crypto channel, everyone. This is Rich making another video on XRP today, as usual. So wherever you are on this vast planet, I hope you're all having a nice day today. I had to start with this from the XRP captain before we discuss XRP. Strong demand is anticipated for the first ever XRP futures ETF, according to a Bloomberg expert. Though these are futures ETFs that we have been discussing and seeing go live one after another, I believe there will be a lot of demand for this ETF. A spot XRP ETF is what we actually need because they believe the price will be manipulated. Many consumers dislike futures exchange traded funds, ETFs, through these exchange traded funds, and I concur. However, I'm in favor of anything that brings the institutions into this area. Even if they don't understand what XRP is, they might use it in their business plan to move money quickly and cheaply while eliminating many of the costs. This, in my opinion, is the way to a spot XRP ETF. However, I believe it would occur sooner than we anticipate, and Riz is the source of this. This pick is blazing. I also concur that XRP is listed on the Nasdaq and the stock exchange. People used to believe that this could only happen in your dreams, you know. People also possessed vision. They were aware that this would eventually occur. Many predicted that it would occur when no one was prepared for it. It's similar to the impending switch flip moment. I predict that it will occur while no one is looking. There won't be any warning about it. One day it will simply occur. Then you will awaken. No one who will be able to comprehend what the hell just happened, and XRP will be soaring. Later on throughout the day, you will understand XRP is currently active on all of those Ripple rails. The private ledger testing phase for the banks is now complete. Jimmy Valley is the source of this. In the next few days, you will all be searching for this. Report on the fair market value of XRP. The Athia-Michnik model is one aspect of this paper that I would like to highlight. This comes from Robert Michnik and Susan Athey, who predicted that XRP may reach $4,813.00. Additionally, it was scheduled for 2030. By 2030, 10% of all transactions worldwide are expected to have shifted to the XRP ledger, according to the forecast. By 2030, 10% of all assets worldwide were transferred to the XRP ledger. Store of value does not have access to XRP or escrow. Even in economies with asset-backed currencies, discount rates are available. This was released in 2023. In case you are unaware, Robert Michnik is currently at Blackrock. Mr. Michnik worked at Ripple and CPP Investment Board in private investments and public markets before joining Blackrock. He has thus recognized the direction of this. He is currently employed with Blackrock. He genuinely believed that he has never met with Larry Fink to discuss the future of XRP. He certainly did. Even higher are the other models in this fair market valuation. Some predict that XRP will reach $20,000.00 or higher. However, I believe Michnik is aware of what's going to happen because he put this together. I believe he moved to work for BlackRock in order for Ripple and BlackRock to eventually collaborate. Later on, this clarifies the date on which market stacks legislation are being considered now that the discussion draft of the regulations was made public 2 weeks ago. Things are moving forward. They are attempting to expedite everything, and I believe it's because Trump wants to adopt the new financial system before anyone else does. Being the first to use XRP is what he wants. For this reason, he avoids discussing XRP. President Donald Trump won't tell you what the United States plans are until everything is in place. He will then announce it to the public. I believe the switch will be flipped at that point. The titan of derivatives, XRP's usefulness is praised by CME Group. Tim McCourt of CME Group commended the usefulness of the Ripple-linked XRP token in an interview with an expert in futures trading, noting that it has a very compelling use case. Additionally, when we examined similar circumstances exist at XRP where it has a compelling use case. He continues by pointing out that XRP can handle 1,500 transactions every second. Overnight. They all discuss that confidential ledger. Why is the private ledger hidden from us? Due to the fact that it is private. It's still not understood by many. However, it has been clarified that the banks are now in the testing stage. That's what counts. Therefore, they are not using XRP at a price point that differs from ours. We will see the same price on both the private and public ledgers simultaneously after the banks have completed that testing phase. You will have a valuable asset in your XRP. That is beyond question. When will it take place? When you least expect it? As said by Donald Trump, we're going to keep the USA dominating in crypto, Bitcoin, etc. Right now, we have the most pro-crypto president we could hope for. I believe he wants innovation to advance. I believe he is aware that we must set the standard for the digital financial system and the digital age. The House of occur, the value of these American-made cryptocurrencies would rapidly increase. But this is a fantastic beginning. Tips are not subject to tax. That is significant. And there is no overtime tax. Both of those are enormous. People's life will be changed by it. After all, most people work overtime to make ends meet, and 9 times out of 10 that overtime is deducted by taxes. This alters all of that, and analysts now claim that the full-fledged alt season has begun, outlining the future of Dogecoin, Pepe, and Floki. I want to emphasize that we are still in the Bitcoin season and that alt season has not yet begun. Bitcoin, I would prefer to see a significant breakout that indicates that the alternative season is quickly approaching, but it appears that the current tariff discussion has postponed it once more. In my opinion, the market will begin to stabilize once more and Bitcoin will begin to break.